My name's Nick Winter, and I'm from the ESTEEM class of 2022. I currently work for Nikon Instruments, and I develop their biotech business for the Central United States. What led me to the ESTEEM program was actually a mentor I had at Wabash named Roland Moore, and he was the head of our career services department. And he had an on-campus consulting firm as well, and I worked for him for quite a few years. And learned about the ESTEEM program actually early on. And then when I was a senior, I had looked back at what I'd done over the past 4 years and found that the ESTEEM program was a really good fit for the entrepreneurial side of business that I wanted to go into and the experience I had. So kind of one of those things that I learned about early on and snuck back up on me later. The thing that I definitely most remember about ESTEEM, and definitely the best memories, are definitely the people I spent time with. Nothing compares to the new people I met and what I learned. I'll never forget cold calling 3 different mechanical engineers and convincing them to room with me. And now those guys are some of my closest friends, and they're getting married now and all that good stuff. So by far the people, and just, it's like any time when you have a really good friend. You see anyone in the ESTEEM program, there were 55 of us. You see them randomly when you're traveling, or you catch up over coffee. And it's like nothing ever changed and no time ever passed. ESTEEM prepared me to fix things that matter really by being able to dig in and diagnose a problem and then come up with a solution for it. So specifically at Nikon, the Biotech Account Manager group is a strategic group of 5 of us that are supposed to develop a new industry segment. So we really went in with nothing, with just a clear piece of paper. And over the past 2 years, I've been able to work with them to develop a strategy to grow more of our biotech sales in the Central United States. Some things I learned from being exposed to Notre Dame's entrepreneurial sandbox is definitely just the ability to go and try something new and fail at it, or just try something that maybe wasn't in the repertoire before. For example, the McCloskey competition was a great example of that. I had a roommate and a couple other friends in ESTEEM, and we put together a team around a nose sensor technology that one of the Notre Dame researchers was developing, and put a business plan around it. So we actually took that business plan, used it for McCloskey and a Rice competition as well. And it just taught me to, think about a technology or a product, where the core markets and value it brings to those markets, and how do you market and sell it. ESTEEM has guided my career in a couple ways, and the one that sticks out to me is the job I have now. There's no way that I would have the role I have now without the experience that I learned in ESTEEM. ESTEEM gave me so many, not only classroom, but applicable life experiences through the capstone thesis that I was able to market and sell along with myself when going for my first role. And it just gave me just a different perspective on how to solve problems, that there's not a cookie cutter way to solve everything, that you really have to talk to all the stakeholders, address a problem, and put together a game plan on how to do so. My biggest piece of advice for incoming students would just be to meet new people, have an open mind, really hone in on your cohort, the folks that you're here with. It's going to be probably the first time when you walk into a group of 20, 30, 40, 50 plus people, and you all have something in common, or you're all a little bit risky or willing to take on a challenge. And it's just really special when you get all those types of folks in a room together, because you never know what's going to happen and you never know what you're going to accomplish. I would say that ESTEEM's biggest differentiator is the entire ecosystem that you're in. So you start off being in the Notre Dame ecosystem of alumni, researchers, faculty, staff that have all these great wisdom and insights and new breakthrough technologies. And then you pair that with the Innovation Park and what we're doing here. So being able to take those different types of elements and then incorporate them into a systematic, science-driven, thesis project or business model that's supported by data. I mean, that's really what it is it's not just going to a typical MBA program and going through the motions, but rather you're intricately working with a company to solve a complex challenge or problem, and have data that backs it up and use the scientific method to do so. I'd say the skills that most stand out to me that I acquired at ESTEEM and then took into my career was definitely working with people. It's figuring out that everybody has a personal win, everybody has a driver or motivator that makes them think and do the things that they do on a day-to-day basis. So the better you can get at asking questions and diagnosing those things, the better you're going to be in a sales role, a leadership role, a project management role, because you're going to be focused on the people and the problems